Today, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Dallas Cowboys. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. Leading them out, the reigning MVP of the National Football League in his third season now from Louisville, it's Lamar Jackson.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
A gain of 13.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. First carry for the 2018 Pro Bowler, James Conner. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
James Conner, the Steeler.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Jackson sacked. A loss of 7 yards.
Well, no Texas starts out a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. From the gun, Jackson. He'll dump this one off to Conner. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Eight-time Pro Bowler to boot, it's Phillip Rivers.
One way you become the all-time leading passer for your team is pure talent, and Phillip Rivers has plenty of that. But there's also dedication to your craft and the willingness to get better all the time. Phillip Rivers has a van set up with a driver so that when he goes to and from practice, he's able to watch tape and find ways to improve his mechanics each and every day.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 24, Rivers eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll bring up a third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. Room here to run. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They'll try to throw here. Rivers flushed out right to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
On second down, it's Lindsey. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
And goal to go. That's the end of the first quarter.
No score after one on EA Sports. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. From the gun, Rivers. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a fourth down.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own, but let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of routing, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. They're going with Lindsey. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Philip Lindsey, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. So they went for it from the 1 on 4th and goal, and they got it done.
Is this the new NFL?
This is the new NFL.
This is the updated NFL, and I like it. I know that quarterbacks across the league have spent the entire offseason and even during the season lobbying their coaches to go for it more on 4th down. Let's go get it. Because nowadays, you've got to score points to win games in the NFL. You can't just rely on your defense to hold them.
I think the quarterbacks want to eliminate field goals inside of 30 yards, probably.
Well, listen, they have enough confidence in themselves that they can call plays and make plays that they won't need those field goals inside the 30.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And they're able to work. This to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Schuster. 24-yard gain on the play.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. That's complete right around the 8. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
6-yard line.
Again, Jackson. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
And 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And this one quickly to Lamb. 11 yards there, first down.
Cowboys. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. And sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
2nd and 11 at the 49-yard line.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 24-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Rivers has been through this many times as he'll hustle his guys to the line. On second down, it's Pollard. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
The 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Rivers on first down. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. CeeDee Lamb in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL here on this first day of November. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital, where it was the home team who were able to hold serve and get a victory in their stadium. A field goal was the difference. 27-24, the final. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they trail in that one as that game's gone to halftime. Derek Carr lighting it up. 3 touchdown passes there. Finally, let's get to the desert to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And in that one, it's the visit.
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. On the return, it's Nyheim Hunt. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. On the return is Hines. And he gets it to the 30-yard line, but the football's not going to stay there. There's a penalty marker down.
Receiving team.
So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3. 3rd and short yardage, Rivers. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Easy. Hey, Delta! Under 10.
On 2nd down now, Pollard. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Hey, Rocket! Watch the twist!
On 3rd down, Rivers. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. If you're going to blitz, you're likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Sean Williams with the tackle. He led the Bengals in that category last year. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Dallas, Texas is the spot. 3rd quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 yards there. First down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Rivers. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Washington with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 21-14. On the return is Hines. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Naheem Hines on the return. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
A first throw here for the backup Taylor. Screen pass to Lindsey. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
From the 38, Rivers got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
47-yard line.
Rivers now to throw on 1st down. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
47-yard line.
Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Rivers. That is incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rivers. He goes to Lamb again. This time he's got it. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Rivers again. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now, he came into this game within shouting distance of Dan Marino at 61,361 career yards. And with that last play, Charles, he just went past Dan Marino.
I'm struggling over here. And the only reason is When you hear about him passing a Dan Marino,
A legend.
it makes you step back and really take stock of his career, and you realize it's not just about the numbers, it's about the accomplishments, it's about the play. How great has his career been? To pass Dan Marino's? I'd say pretty darn great.
Second down and goal. Rivers. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Gerald Everett, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And this is caught. And they've got the lead here in the fourth. They didn't want the tie. They roll the dice and they take the lead.
That felt like a tone setter, didn't it? Forget tying the ball game and feeling like we're just hanging with you. We're going to go ahead and push it to a one-point lead, and that just changes the complexion of the whole game.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Time to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
And the Cowboys here on third down bringing in an extra defensive back. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Vance McDonald, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. Now Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack.
So good. That keeps the score. Steelers 20.
Trying to roll out, make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there it's really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend the play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and you end up getting sacked.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rivers on the money, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 5 before he's brought down. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
At the 46-yard
On 1st and 10, Rivers.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd.
He may try and run for this. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 3rd and medium. They opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Pollard, the ball carrier. The tackle made by Devin Bush. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Steelers' 35-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 21. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
21-yard line.
Able to hit his target, Lamb.
All right, let's just put it on the table real quick here. This is 2-minute drill. You got to know they're looking for their number 1 receiver.
Yeah, you think they'd be ready for that? That time they weren't.
7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 15.
Rivers. Yeah, he's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Gerald Everett, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Cowboys have once again taken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Now Rivers. And this is caught. It's Cooper.
The attempt at the 2-point conversion.
And he will not get there. He comes up short.
28.
And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Switzer on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
So Lamar Jackson in the offense, down by 1. 1:11 to go. Needing at least 40 yards, you'd have to think, to have a shot. Now Jackson. He's got this complete to Ryan Switzer. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Give him 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22. To the right side to Eric Ebron. Not much there, only a yard.
Complete to Eric Ebron. He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Second and 9.
Check.
He's back to throw. Ebron with it over the middle. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 41-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Jackson to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Got to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year. But he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation? And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Minka Fitzpatrick. And he will be out of bounds here with zeros on the clock as this ball game is over.
Cowboys 20.
Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here coming down really